Welcome to the Feel Good 5, quick tips, tools, and strategies to help you feel good more of the time. Do you believe that you're allowed to feel good? Do you believe that you deserve to feel good, and you even have the right to feel good? In the past, I've spoken to a few people who told me that whenever they try to develop a more positive attitude, something strange happens. They start having some negative emotional reactions, like feeling guilty or anxious or worried. It's like some part of them believes that they'll be punished for feeling good, or maybe something bad will happen if they feel good. Do you ever resist feeling good? Do you believe that you shouldn't feel good, and if you do, that something bad will happen? Most of the time, these feelings come from past experiences. For example, maybe you did get punished or reprimanded whenever you seemed to be enjoying life a little too much when you were younger. Or maybe something good happened to you, but then right after, something bad happened, even if it was completely unrelated to the good thing that happened. But your subconscious mind could have still made a connection between those two events. So now, when you're feeling good, that little fear comes up that, this must mean that something bad is going to happen. Another reason why you might resist feeling good is low self-worth. On some level, you might believe that you're such a terrible person that you don't deserve to feel good or be happy. There could be other reasons too, and a good way to find out if you have any resistance on this subject is to ask yourself some questions like, is it okay for me to feel good and be happy? Do I deserve to feel good and be happy? And then just notice the way you feel after asking those questions. If you have any negative emotional reactions like nervousness, worry, sadness, any discomfort at all, then you probably do have some beliefs that are holding you back. Then ask yourself, why is it not okay for me to feel good? What's the worst thing that can happen if I allow myself to feel good? Your answers to these questions might be surprising. For example, you might realize that you have a belief that you shouldn't feel good if others are suffering, whether it's people you know or even the world in general. Or you might recall a memory of someone talking badly about you after you achieved something you were proud of. Pay attention to these clues because there are probably some beliefs there that you'll want to start changing. Now for the tricky part. How do you change these beliefs? Believe it or not, it's not that hard to do, but it does take a little time and persistent focus. The way I usually do this is by challenging the belief whenever I become aware of it. I'll just ask myself, is that really true? Is it not okay for me to feel good and be happy? Why do I believe that? Who told me that? And why am I choosing to hold on to this belief? And just by doing that, by really examining the belief and questioning it, it starts to lose power. And then here's the next important part of the process. Use the power of your will and intention to let that belief go. You could say to yourself, this is a faulty belief, and I can see that I don't need to keep believing this. I'm choosing to let this belief go. I no longer believe that I'm not allowed to feel good or that I don't deserve to feel good. I do deserve to feel good, and I can choose to feel good. Even the very first time you say something like that, you'll probably notice a little surge of power within you. You just feel stronger and more confident because you're essentially starting to take your power back from that faulty belief. But you'll probably need to do this several times, or even many times, depending on how deeply seated that belief is in your mind. If it's a very old belief that's been reinforced over and over again for many years, then it could take a little time to let it go. But really, it doesn't take that long when you compare how long you've held on to some of your faulty beliefs. If you've held a belief for 20 or 30 years or more, and you're able to let it go in a matter of a week or two, that's not bad at all. So the length of time to release any belief really isn't that long, but the consistency is the most important part of it. You really need to keep deciding over and over to let that belief go and state your new belief. And you need to do this as frequently as you can, at least a few times every day. Just keep saying to yourself, I'm letting this belief go. It's just a perception, and I choose not to believe that anymore. My new belief is that I do deserve to be happy and feel good. I'm allowed to be happy and feel good. It's okay for me to be happy and feel good. The more you can plant those seeds in your mind, the quicker that old belief is going to get weaker and weaker and eventually fall apart. And by the way, this process works great on any kind of belief, not just about feeling good. You can use it on faulty money beliefs, relationships, career, self-worth, anything. Just keep chipping away at it and destroy its validity. Is that really true? Why do I believe that? No, I don't want to believe that anymore. It's very powerful and so liberating to do this. You're literally setting yourself free. Now, as you go through this process, you'll notice that it starts getting easier to feel good. It'll start to feel more natural to you. You'll even start feeling good about feeling good. You'll start to realize that it's not only okay for you to feel good, but that you should feel good more of the time. Bad feelings will still be there sometimes, or I should call them negative feelings, not bad feelings, but I mean feelings like sadness, worry, anger. Those types of feelings will still happen because that's life. There's always ups and downs and things that stir up your emotions, positive and negative. But the difference will be that you'll at least allow yourself to feel good more of the time, much more than you used to before. You won't be holding yourself back from feeling good when you can. And you'll probably notice some outer changes happening in your life by changing these faulty beliefs too. Think about it from a law of attraction perspective. Whatever you believe and think about the most is what you're attracting into your life. So if you have a belief that you don't deserve to feel good, then you're probably attracting lots of experiences that don't make you feel good. But what happens if you believe that you do deserve to feel good? You'll probably start attracting more good-feeling experiences. At least that's how it's worked for me and plenty of other people I've spoken to about this. So give it a try yourself. If you feel like you might be holding yourself back from feeling good more often, figure out why that is. And then start chipping away at those beliefs and notice how much better you feel and the wonderful ways that your life changes when you do this work. Thanks for joining us for the Feel Good 5 today. For more Feel Good inspiration, come hang out with us at the Feel Good Club at feelgoodclub.info. That's feelgoodclub.info. This is Wendy with the Feel Good Club and Wings for the Heart, and I'm wishing you all of the feel good you can handle.